Sit on this side. Hey.
Yep.
So,
Guys, please meet. This is Ben.
hello, internet.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Ben. I am the creative lead, like art lead on the Critical Ops, and well, technically creative director on Critical Ops, but I am also in charge of level design and various art duties. Together with my very talented team, we build the environments and the characters and the weapons and basically everything visual that you see. So it's a pleasure to have you guys all here, and yeah, I think there's a bunch of questions. I'm happy to answer them.
All right. So, when is Grounded going to be released?
Yeah, I already answered that before. Well, I didn't answer it. I'm sorry. There's still some things that we want to figure out. Like, it's always kind of hard to say because we do not only want to have stuff ready on schedule. We want to have the best possible thing that we can have for you guys. So unless that's the case, and unless all of the glitches are fixed and all of the assets are in place and all of the performance, because covering so many devices, especially in mobile, requires a lot more than just finishing content and putting it out. We have to make sure that it runs across all platforms as well. So once it's optimized properly, once it's completely art passed, and once it has all the assets and everything in place. Now that date is not very far away. However, we would also like to bundle it with one of the bigger updates and not just shove it out as it's ready. So I think the new update that's coming up soon will already feature a lot of exciting content for you guys to check out, and then 1 or 2 patches after that you'll be able to play Grounded as well. So please be patient. I know a lot of you are very excited to play it, but it will be there. It's not long now.
But like, just to have a little bit of a insight into the process of creating the map, can you tell, like, how long does it take to create, for example, one asset, like for example an airplane? How much work, how much time does it take?
Well, it depends on what we're creating. We are actually, as many of you are aware, a pretty small team. So our art department consists of only 5 people. And so when we create these levels, for example, it depends on like the scope of the project. The legacy map that we were creating takes place in this museum, and as you can imagine, there's loads of different assets that needed to go into that. So from like the samurai swords that can be done in maybe like half a day or a day, to like bigger props, like you said, like the airplane in Grounded, for example, that took like well over a month to model it, and like, because what we do a lot as well is look for real-world references. So a lot of the stuff in game is actually not just the weapons, but also the vehicles and the planes, and everything is based on real-world counterparts. So it all depends on like the size of the asset, and then we have to really look into what we want to create and what assets we need for that. So we then start developing the level, and then we put all these assets together. So it can take a while, to have it all in place. Because our team is rather small as well, but we're working as hard and as fast as we can, and yeah.
All right, so next question, are we making more maps?
Yes, we are. Although, as you may have seen from the history that we had, what do you call it? I'm sorry, the timeline.
Yep.
Yeah. We are currently planning the roadmap. Thank you very much. The roadmap. We are currently working on a tutorial, which is also part of my department. So also the art department is working on that. So after Grounded, expect more multiplayer maps, but the primary concern is to have a tutorial level that's playable for everyone as well, especially for unexperienced players, like players that are not familiar with FPS on the mobile device, especially, to get into the game more quickly. So that's also something that we want to do.
All right. Then we're going to go to the tech questions, and I think since we had the issues with Echo, it's going to be a very, very long interview with Magic.
Okay.
He will represent both tech and production.
Yo, so yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the Grounded map. feel free to post on our Facebook page or our Twitter account if you have any more questions about that in particular, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I'll hand over to our wonderful producer.
All right, thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you, guys.
All right, now Magic Miikka. A lot of you guys already know him from Facebook. He's very active in player groups. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Miikka Lehtonen. I'm the product manager at Critical Force, also known as Magic, but that'll do. So.
All right.
So yeah.
So we do have a lot of questions on the tech side and on the production side. So let's start. Are you going to optimize the game more?
Yes, we're definitely looking into more of the optimization as well, since we're now focusing on the core features to be implemented to the game. So as you've seen, knife skins, everything, so we want to have the core features in there and then start to optimize, rather than optimizing and then discovering later that, oh, there's something wrong, we have to redo it again. But we're of course doing small optimizations whenever we can, but the bigger passes will be later down the line once we're moving out of the beta phase. So we're still heading there, but we'll get there.
So essentially, first the major features into the game, and then major optimization. So unfortunately, there will still be some lag issues, some FPS problems, but we definitely will be working on that. All right, will the game have a standalone version?
Right now, we're not looking into having any standalone versions, but I'll be addressing the web issue in the production part of the questionnaire.
All right, we'll get to it very soon then. When we receive a notification or call, the game is muted until restart.
Yeah, so this is a Unity issue, so we made the last build with a Unity 5.3.5. So there's an update coming next week, so we'll be getting that fixed for the next update of the game. So that should be that will be fixed also with the blocky textures on Arduino devices like Moto G2. Those will be fixed as well. They're currently fixed in our own versions, so those will be fixed as well.
All right. Are you guys going to have offline mode or bots? And why not?
So features are a matter of priorities. So we are making an online multiplayer game. So currently we're not looking into making any offline functionality, but once the game is finished, we can look more into where we're gonna go. So right now, no.
So if that would happen, would you say it would be like, when would we be able to look into it? Half a year?
At least a half a year from now, so
yeah.
So
no zombies, no zombie apocalypse for at least half a year. All right, so now we're moving into the production side of the questionnaire, and what's the biggest thing you guys have planned for the game?
So, our camera almost went out. Yeah, so we're not revealing all of the features yet, but actually we can reveal the next update, which is the 0.7, and in there we're gonna be adding the social system. So we're adding friends. So then you can add your friends to your list, and actually you can join them in their current matches, so you don't have to browse through the little cumbersome room browser. So wherever he is, you can just join his game and have fun with your friends. So that's what the next thing we'll be looking into after we're done with the next update. So 0.6 and the 0.61 and possibly 0.62. So tutorial and knife skins, and after that we'll be doing the social systems.
So you wouldn't even need to be on the same server, essentially. You just need to have your friend online in game. You click on him and you join the game.
Yes, and you'll be seeing that he's in a game, so
yeah,
you'll know that he can be joined actually.
All right.
But we're working on it, so we'll give you more information once we're ready to share more.
So one of the most asked questions is when is Critical Ops going to be released in USA, Russia, South America, and majority of the Asian countries?
Guys, let's ask them if they will add new guns in
So, regarding the US, Russia, and last of the South American countries, we are having now summer vacations here. So our server guy, who's setting up all this stuff, is on a vacation. So he'll be coming back next week. So then we'll really evaluate our server capacity and everything. So then we can launch Russia, South America, and US. But until then, when we have the servers ready for you guys, we can't launch there. But regarding the Asia, we're in talks with some possible deals, so we can't really share any details on that for you guys yet. So you have to wait. So Android, you can play it on Android on Asia, but the major countries in Asia are off limits for now.
Yeah.
So we recommend downloading it from another app store for now.
All right. So good news for USA, Russia, and South America. Very soon the game will be out on iOS. As for the Asian countries, we are going to be coming there as well as soon as we can, but it will take a little bit more time. When the game is going to be fully complete?
Right, this is one of the bigger questions, and since we're going a bit more of a creative way, it can take us at least a half a year till it's like 1.0 release, but it can even take longer than that, so up to a year as we're ready to publish the 1.0 version of the game. But of course we'll be keeping the updates flowing, and the game will get better with every update.
So as you guys only seen just a little bit of the 0.6 update, but we have redone the main menu completely. We're adding a lot of new stuff. We've done minimap, and we have done a new minimap, and you guys have seen it in the game. I'm not sure if people have paid attention, but the new updates will be coming at a very brisk pace. So the next one, is the game going to have voice chat?
So currently we have no plans of adding voice chat on our own, so we recommend using Discord with your friends to chat, because that supports all the platforms and that doesn't really need us to integrate it to the system. So for now we have decided against it, but we can visit it in the future if it's really requested, but for now, no.
Are you guys going to stop support for the web version?
Right. So this has been the biggest question of the whole spring, because of the MP API with the Unity web player. So basically the Unity web player is dying, so we need to find out what suitable way for the players and the, we as a company to keep supporting the game. So there are a few options which we're looking into starting next week. But we can't really confirm nor deny the situation of it. But if you know Facebook Games Arcade, that's one of the possibilities, but we're starting to look into it next week, but we cannot really confirm it yet.
All right, thank you very much. Those were all the design questions. Production questions, yes. But and tech questions, yes. Now we will move on to the design questions, and we're going to have our design guys.
Alright.
Yeah? Well, why not? Alright, here is Sir Timothy.
Hello, hello.
Tim. And Empire, or Kimi.
Hey, what's up?
And we got a lot of questions for you guys as well. And the first one, what is your reason for not adding gun mods or attachments?
Well, starting off, early on in the prototyping of Critical Ops, we were playing around with a lot of weapon modifications and a more in-depth system for it. It kind of ended up with, we want to maintain a really free-to-play element in the game. We want it to be absolutely fair and competition-driven. And if you can grind for weapon upgrades, it's really tricky to not make it pay-to-win. And if we went for a system that was fair, then it means that if you want to collect a lot of mods, then it's not going to have a really big impact on your gun handling, or it's simply not going to be fair. So we decided to shy away from it, and as the only in-app purchase, go for skins to, keep it competitive and keep it fair for everyone.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's all about the whole fairness of the thing, and yeah, I think Tim got it right. So let's move on.
All right. Will there be a ranking system?
Yes, there will be a ranking system. So ranking, of course, and matchmaking in general is very important. So it ensures that people of the same skill level, so let's say be it a new person, somebody who's been playing the game for ages, they will be all matched against people that are, of course, of the similar skill level. Benefits everybody. So Tim knows more in depth about what kind of a system we'll have for ranking. So if you can enlighten us with that.
Yeah, we're playing around with the idea of having a system where we have seasonal resets. So basically every time a season starts, then you have a fresh go at trying to become one of the top dogs, basically. Linking in with a social system we have planned, you should be able to match up with friends and, you know, dive into the matchmaking with your friends and take on other teams. Yeah, after the reset, we're thinking about basic steps up, like you'll be able to rank as like Bronze League, Silver League, Gold League, Platinum, Diamond, and up. That kind of similar system as you see in League of Legends. Yeah, like all the competitive games. We have something similar planned, but first we still have a lot of work to do in the social system. So yeah, friends list and being able to invite people to play with you. And when the groundwork is set, then we can start moving on to the whole matchmaking system and getting the ranked implemented as well.
All right. Can you nerf the SG?
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good question. We've been bothered about that every now and then, basically since TDM. One of the problems with it is that with the inherent type of gameplay that we have, all the weapons have a price, and their price is part of the balancing. So yeah, the SG is going to be stronger than AK, obviously, but it's also more heavily priced, which balances it out. However, in TDM, which is our first alternative game mode, the prices are no longer in effect, so that cancels out the balance that the price offsets normally. So as we're thinking about more game modes as well, it's impossible to balance every weapon for every single game mode specifically. Therefore, we're aiming to be balanced in diffuse mode, which is going to be the main mode used in competitive, in ranked as well, and in competitions. So yeah, we can't always get what we want in that sense.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We've been looking at AK and M14 very closely, M4. I think SG just hasn't really, especially for diffuse, hasn't really been the target of nerfs or buffs, because currently it kind of sits in a good spot. Of course, for TDM it's a separate problem, but TDM it's especially for ranked, like diffuse is going to be our focus. So most of the or all of the nerfs and buffs are going to be based on how it's going to work and function in diffuse.
All right. Now this one is for the Kimi. Can you remove aim assist?
Yeah, I haven't really been that much in the spotlight with the community, so but I've heard this question being posed many times by other team members and of course the community, like vicariously. So can we get rid of the aim assist? No. I'm even like most of you people watching this, I'm sure you have played the game a lot. You have fantastic aim as King's Clan demonstrated just half an hour ago, that aim assist probably for them is not the #1 feature. However, for new players it is, and for any competitive scene, for any game for that matter, it's really important to attract new players and have that onboarding so they too can learn the game and one day become possibly really good players. Otherwise,
if I can quickly jump into that as well, one of the main worries people have about the aim assist is that it would close the skill gap. So people are worried that with aim assist in the game, it's easy for new players to compete with the stronger players. But I think what we showcased today in our showcase match, I have to say that all the developers in the team are pretty much above average players. And we got wrecked by King's Clan. If that is not the ultimate proof that aim assist, like
on the map that we have created, that Kings have never even seen before. Well, some screenshots maybe.
So it's fair to say that even with aim assist, Critical Ops is a very skill-based game.
Yes, and especially for like even players of our level, it's really important to have the aim assist there just to make the gameplay feel smooth and enjoyable, and really just so people don't get frustrated. So yeah, that's pretty much the answer why we can't get rid of the aim assist. And as for can we make it a room option, we've been looking into that. We don't have answers on that yet. We'd rather not split the community. That's one of the reasons we've been. That's one of the kind of driving goals of our decisions so far. But we'll look into that.
Are you going to have more game modes like gun game or zombie mode?
Oh yeah. Well, we can't say anything specific about the exact game modes that will come up in the future. Whether we're going to implement game modes that are already existing in other games, or whether we're coming up with something completely new and creative that fits Critical Ops better, it's hard to say. Of course, with the rank that we want to work on, with all the all the social features, improving the game, it's not one of the top priorities to get more game modes in, because we want to make sure that the game is first feature complete in all of the other senses. But we definitely have stuff planned, so I suggest like keep following us on Facebook, keep checking the roadmap, and there will be updates in the future on that.
Yeah.
Next question, are you going to add clan support? Does this mean we could have clan battles?
We are actually working, I've been personally working on the clan system design. So what we have so far is kind of a bare bones clan system where you can create a clan, name it, rename it, very basic things like that. So that system would make it very easy for clans to kind of identify with their clan, or if you want to switch clans or invite new members to your clan, anything simple like that is possible. As for any more advanced functions such as clan rankings or clan battling per se, we're still looking into it.
All right. Will you add Dust CS weapons like Desert Eagle or AVP?
This has been asked a million times over since we started working on the game. Like the answer to Dust and similar maps is it's no, definitely not. Like we try to retain our own how do you say it, creativity and uniqueness in that sense.
Yeah.
It's a map that's part of another game. A lot of those questions are already answered in our FAQ as well, that you can find on Facebook. Actually.
Definitely.
Yeah, we try to strive to create our own maps that fit the game well, that are designed for the game, that look well in the game, and that have the most depth possible for our gameplay, because it is inherently different from CSGO. Even though it has many similarities, it has the same core structure, it plays and feels a lot different, and therefore the maps need to be adjusted as such as well.
Yeah, and regarding the weapons, we do have some of the same weapons as CSGO, for example, the very popular AK and so on and so on. But currently the cast of weapons we have in the game, they really kind of fill up the roles quite well. So we haven't really felt necessary to add more guns. And we're not gonna add guns just for the sake of adding guns. It's already a lot of work to balance the ones we have currently, and of course, as a small team, we've got our hands full with the task we have so far.
All right, thank you very much, guys. The rest will be for me. I will try to answer them the best that I can.
Okay.
All right.
All
Good
right.
luck with that. Cheers.
All right. So, one of the questions that has been asked quite a bit is when is the next tournament? And as far as I know, the next tournament that we will be arranging with Darkest Nations, once again, mobile esports, will be in August. The registrations should start very soon, but I don't have the exact dates yet. Is there going to be a PC tournament? The PC tournament, it's a difficult question, as we don't know yet the future of the PC as a whole. So it's very hard to say yes or no on the PC tournament future as well. I mean, right now we can make something small, but again, if we don't find the solution for browsers dropping the Unity support, then unfortunately there won't be a web version, then there won't be any PC tournaments either. Can I be a mod? That has been asked. That is being asked from me quite a lot, and it's at the moment we do have quite a bit of mods and quite a bit of new mods, but we're looking all the time at the situation, and once we do have the need for it, we will open the applications again, and our wonderful moderator Air Dahlia will go through the applications and pick the very best, and they go to become assistant moderators, go through their trials, and yeah, and help the community as the current moderators do. But it is possible, but it's very long process, and right now the applications are closed. Who is the best dev? So the best dev on PC is our network guy Petteri, PMW, but he only plays on PC. On mobile, it's a split between Kimi and Tim, our game designers. So as you guys watched, Empire has been the last man standing in quite a few rounds, so he has played our game quite a bit on mobile, and he's very good. At least as he said himself, in public games he does quite well, but not against the likes of Kings. Somebody has asked who is my barber, and my barber is a small barber shop in a small town of Kajaani, which is about 500 meters from here. So if you guys want to get a trim like this, fly over here and I will definitely show you where to get it.